4 weeks.
Okay.
Why?
Checking.
Do you want me to come down?
No, no, no. No, no worries. Hi, by the way.
Hello. Okay. Just trying to get this camera sorted. All right. Seems like that's a good angle. Okay.
Our merchant services last time was $30 a month unless we went over that amount. And then it was the exact amount. In other words, if we didn't swipe enough cards to make up $30 in fees, it would be a $30 fee for the service. Yeah. We were over it every month easily. Like, I want to say it was anywhere from 150 to 200 bucks a month was our. But that is more as a percentage of the top line with using the more. That's correct.
So the plan today with this dragon is going to be like a battle dragon. If you watched earlier, I was playing some World of Warcraft and it got a little inspired. So I figured, why not? I actually have my character logged in front of me right now, standing near a dude with some really cool armor. So the hope is to add some aspects of that armor to this dragon and make this guy look pretty tough, battle worn type of dragon. So let's see how it goes. I added the armature inside here, which is just some rolled up foil. I put it in and I'm rolling it up now. So that is all that's been done. I had started my stream a few minutes ago, but for some reason it never showed up. Like, because I'm streaming on my camera, but it never showed up on the computer, so whatever. So I just ended it and started it again, and now it's fine. I don't know why it does that.
Artificial blood. Yeah, that stuff was rare. When I talk about events, we had events every day. We had events and for kids and for adults every day. Come in, play certain games together or whatever. That was, we had an event calendar up in our store where people could see what days we were playing what games. Okay. And come in and join the event, right? So the draw was they come in and play their favorite game with their friends or meet new people.
So the reason I do this is to make it nice and smooth, and it also seals up that seam from when I cut it open and added the armature.
At the time, yes, because remember, we were still on the brink. What was that? It was barely Facebook. 2002 is when we started.
I'm going to add the tail. I add it after I close it up, just because that's what I do. Just in case there's any holes or like little bubble spots inside, I like to get them taken care of, but it looks like everything's sealed up nicely. So now I'm just bringing these two pieces of clay together with my thumb, blending as I go, and then I'm going to roll it to smooth it. And those of you viewing, if you have any questions, feel free to chat. I've got it up in front of me, and happy to answer any questions. I also like to talk about the dragon as I'm going, and we kind of make it together. And if there are no chatters, then I'll just talk to myself.
That's all taken care of here.
Okay.
All the inventory and stuff is taken care of.
So again, feel free to chat, ask questions about anything I'm doing, and I'll also be asking questions and getting input on how, like, we'll make this dragon together. That's what's fun about my streams. I usually stream on YouTube, but I'm switching over to Twitch because YouTube is stupid. So yeah. He's almost smooth enough for my liking. So since he's gonna have like red and silver accents on his armor, what color eyes should he have? I've got a bunch of colored beads. Let me see what I got. Move some stuff. Okay. I have black, obviously, but then I got blues, some really bright blues, and yellow and pink, and then I've got like a lavender and a super light pink, and I've got red. Yeah. I have having an idea of maybe blue eyes. I mean, I want him to look fierce, but I'm worried if I give him red eyes, there might be too much red on him. I was thinking one red eye and one white eye. Like he got his eyes scarred out, you know? As my thought, anyhow. So, you're welcome to give me your input. And if I get no input, I will just pick something.
Do they have websites? Worse than garbage.
But that can be the big differentiator to really make sure that you have a decent web experience on both Facebook and on a normal website.
Okay, so he's nice and super smooth right now.
And really as a tool to drive people to your place.
Let's see. Okay, so next I'm gonna shape out his head. So I just kind of pushing in toward the face and pushing from the back of the head, and I'm just gonna continue to do this till it gets to the shape that I like. I'm kind of going for a spoon shape. Or a shovel shape, I should say, probably.
So nowhere to buy something right now. So this is clearly advertising.
It's getting there, see? Got the back of the neck here, and then face coming up to the nose. Just about done shaping. Gonna be pushing the clay towards the chest area to thicken that up and thin out the neck a little bit. He's gonna be in a relaxed position.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to tilt the camera up just a smidge because I notice I lift up my clay a lot. Alright, so the face is pretty good. Okay, thinning out the neck some more. Just gotta give it some good hard pushes.
Polymer, you say?
So the shape we're gonna go for today, let's go this way. So
The thing about them is they're heavily common. They're not very good. They do have games. There's a lot of games, but they're heavy, heavy, heavy common.
But on first sight, that doesn't.
So I'm shaping the neck where I want it, and his body's coming around here, and his head's gonna come up here.
This is their story. This gives you an idea.
Let's fix that neck now that we have mangled it. All right.
Right.
Okay. Give his head a little turn. Okay. So gonna give a little bit of an upturn to his back, because I'm gonna put up his legs, and he's gonna have one leg coming through the bottom, so it's gonna lift up his belly a little bit. So he is gonna sit right there and be patient while I make his haunches.
Kind of what our story is. Yeah, sure. But I mean, the idea is they just done it like turn, game turns.
So what I want is 2 of the same size balls.
Yes, copy.
That would be big enough
No, we don't have the means to prepare it.
for the haunches that I like. I like nice big haunches,
Right.
and then we'll make the paws next.
A lot of money selling candy and chips and cookies and snacks for kids. You go to Costco and they sell packaging. Yep. That's good. That's, we would make, I say good money, remember our monthly expenses were like 2,800. We could make 300 in snacks. So any utility gone, buy candy bars and chips.
Yeah. I believe you. Water.
Okay.
Water.
Generally not separately metered, and if we don't have a restroom, like, we buy every unit has no restroom, but
So I'm pushing one side down and leaving one side up.
we wouldn't have any really other options.
Kind of like a little ramp.
But water is part of the triple net.
Yes. If they still have any photos of it, that'd be amazing.
Okay. One leg there, and the other leg.
So what did we say, $200 a day you need in revenue? Was that the number?
Oh,
No, 20 customers a day.
20 customers a day.
20 customers a day. How many hours are you open a day?
Well, different hours, but 69 over the week.
I did this one backwards for some reason. There. That's better.
And then 11 to 10 on the weekend, except Sunday, 12 to 6.
11 to 9, that is, 9 hours, right?
Yeah. Well, noon to 9,
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of checking to see if I like how it looks.
so 10 hours a day.
Two customers per hour.
thinking,
And games now run anywhere from $50 to $100. But there are
hey, Caliber Gaming, thanks for stopping in and say hi.
that's why I have it.
Kappa Pride.
Find customers per hour on a decent location. Is there anything which could move the traffic away? Are there enough other places around? So let's say that grocery store goes bust and it's going to replace with something totally weird, which is not going to bring in any people.
Well, it's Safeway, so Safeway would have to completely go bankrupt.
I'm thinking I want this a little bigger.
That is a good
That's
location.
what's bugging me, is the size.
Yeah, they would go out
I
there.
wanted to have slightly bigger haunches.
I mean, I guess that's part of good housekeeping, that all locations are monitored. And if a location
So all you gotta do is just roll it back up and then flatten it right back out.
if they can, they will eventually close it down, but it's that is a good location.
But that's why you place things first. Is just to see how you like it. Don't ever like blend it in
Buddy owns a cupcake shop in that same.
right away. Like look at it, spin it around, check it out first, you know?
He's been there for years. Going on 4 maybe.
Because if you end up making something and in the end you're like, oh my goodness, look how that looks. That didn't look right at all. So it's best just to spend the time, look at it, make sure for sure that you like it.
Yeah, inside safely, that's typically not a location which draws a lot of people. So that is
Okay.
that's for folks like me who are arriving totally caffeinated and actually need their morning brew. And they go to Starbucks at Safeway.
Okay, so kind of reshaping that teardrop shape for the leg. Doing the same thing. Other side though, that's right. Other side. It's gonna be this way. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have the back leg and the front leg. And I am liking these sizes much better.
Okay, now you can see it next to that case dental. Next to where you're gonna put your treats on their shelf. It's called doggy bag. No, no, so you can put your treats on their shelf.
Yeah, we have some on our list of possible local places.
So right now, these two are vacant. This is no,
Okay.
not very
So now that I like that, I can blend these legs in. See, you got one leg's gonna be just kind of bent up like that. All right.
Here was an old, used to be a medical facility, so it had many small rooms already chopped up.
While I look at that, the cheaper one, these bloody things cost $3,000 per month.
Yeah,
Because in individual that or at least in Rocket.
well, must be here too.
And they're or honestly 3,000
Oh, yeah.
or maybe even 4,000.
So let me ask you this, when we had ours, I really wish, I'm wondering if you could get, you were allowed to get away with this.
It's a normal light bulb, you're not getting away. I know that.
Not a normal light bulb.
Which is like slightly curvy.
We had the letters, so our store was called Epic Games.
Yeah.
Epic was in individual letters and Games was one bar that framed all of Epic and Games into a big box.
So now I'm using this tool to blend the leg in
It's a combination of that because neighbors of us
where it touches against the body.
and they had I think embroidery or something.
I've got another silicone tool which helps with that.
They have a light box vertical, and then your logo to the left in the light box, that shouldn't be an issue. And if you want to put anything underneath in the light box, even though I think you wouldn't need
I'll connect his foot to this later. I like to get the haunches on, and then I put the tummy on,
definitely recommend that you
and then I add the legs, because I don't want to have to work between the legs when I'm putting the tummy on, because sometimes it just doesn't fit. So gotta do things in a certain order.
Ours was 5 grand. It's nice.
yeah, yeah. By now I'm not surprised anymore. But if you have that in your one-off cost list, I would certainly double check that
Okay.
the roof is or the suite is fully up to date with
So we have
that roof
one back
line
leg,
that you have your handicap things
and
there.
then
What is that, Americans with Disability
Yeah,
Act?
the ADA.
Yeah, that you rank that in as ADA compliant.
second
Because
leg should go probably right here.
our back roof is not ADA compliant. It is, I think, 10 inches too narrow.
So once I get the spot,
No, it doesn't matter.
and be very careful to, when you're handling it, make sure your nails are cut, because they will stab your creation, and you will be very unhappy. So I'm bringing the clay down with this tool. It doesn't want to really stick to it right now, so that's why we come back with this tool and we push it in, and that helps blend it. And I'm holding my clay very, very lightly,
Right.
so I don't mess up my nice smooth coat that I give it. And I'll be smoothing as I go, because that's just what I do constantly. Also, like, I pick out lint when I see it, although it doesn't show up that much in black, so be thankful for that. It's another reason I like working with black. I don't have to worry about the lint picking party.
The more you need to do, the more you need to be careful in terms of that you're not running into any kind of.
So I'm just checking my seam here, going over it.
Facility, X% of that need to go into LED light, or
Oh.
what kind of stuff.
Regulation.
Okay.
If you don't have any of that, if you could avoid city inspectors at all,
Sure.
I would certainly do that, because otherwise you end up with a gold-plated door handle stuff and things like that.
Okay.
Oh, man. Yeah. So that's where it's at.
But the margins is almost 50% of that.
Okay. And you'll notice that this is a little off the ground. Well, that's because I haven't added the feet yet. I was thinking, should I do? All right, viewer,
Loyalty's a big deal.
you gotta chime in here.
What keeps them from just
Should I do
on Amazon?
silver plated front hands and front feet, kind of like Cable from Marvel Comics?
But on the counter side, seeing the other stores there and seeing them prosper.
Yeah.
I think it would look kind of cool. I've done a dragon like that before, and it turned out pretty awesome. Or I could do maybe one arm plated and the rest normal. Hey Griff.
Hi.
Are you my one viewer, or was that one that was two viewers?
I'm not watching anymore.
Okay. Then I guess I have one viewer.
Oh, I can go to the barbecue tomorrow since I'm not at work. So this guy I watch, Sergio Pombo, I told you about,
Exactly.
does the BSREs on YouTube.
Sunset.
Okay.
That's the most common.
Funny guy. I watch.
Because we
He's streaming a game. The game overall on Twitch has like 3,500 viewers. his stream he has 3,500 viewers. Every other stream has 1 or 2. So like he has literally all the views for that game right now.
Hmm.
And so I just got it because it looks
You're
stupid.
familiar with Sunset Park. There's no neighborhood.
I would put it on a map for it as an idea where exactly they were.
So there's no neighborhood. It's all stuff. So Pleasant Grove turns into the park. That's where it becomes Rockland.
I'll get this silver worked up just in case I decide to use it. Because if we don't use it for an arm or anything, at least we can use it for the armor. Alright. It's pretty well conditioned now. Get it rolled up. Okay. I've got a pretty cool red. I'm gonna have it handy there for a minute, or in a minute, I should say. He's getting to the point where I'm not gonna be able to spin him around easily, so you get a card, stick him on it, and now we can spin him. Okay. Eyeballs. Pushing in one eye. Pushing in eyeball number 2.
That's really matter, but that thing is pretty dead. I would have thought.
Right, so he's getting 8 customers per hour.
Because there are no, I'm not aware of many restaurants or something like that. So if you would be across the road, where
Once you do the eyes, you gotta
all kind of
fix the
small
face.
places where people would go for lunch, that could draw.
Then you gotta fix the eyes. It's kind of a back and forth. But eventually it all gets done. Eventually it stops looking funky. Okay, where did my white go? There's my white.
Driven by their hundreds of times.
So
I would check how many.
Stop rolling.
If you need extra people walking through there, I don't mind. Just to get an idea of what's going on there.
yeah, and I know the owner really well. His parents bought the house next door to my uncle. Here in Roseville, and that's how I met him. He said, "Yeah, I have a game store in Southern California. I'm going to build one up here." Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna put in the blue eye. Let's see how it looks.
Easy to close.
Hmm.
Your customers come in, or would it be not even noticed?
I don't know. It depends. If people from Roseville go there, then yes. But I think he has a highly Rockland-based clientele, in my opinion. Because it's on this side of Rock, like I'm thinking this would be here.
That blue is shaped slightly different than the white.
I'm here. So I don't know.
So let's see.
He is UK.
Let's check out the red. Check out this red first.
I'm thinking about opening a comic place at the opposite end of town. I think I'm far away from you, that I'm not interfering with any of your customers.
see this one.
because he might be proud about what he has.
So we've talked.
The problem with switching
Because he knows I use some of these.
Okay.
switching colors from, like when they're the same,
He's got.
they're the same size. These are all kind of different sizes, so I'm having difficulty here.
It's a look. I cannot imagine that that
Hello?
condition makes sense for a comic place. But just yesterday.
I mean, the red is pretty close. It's just a little bit big. Get a different one. They have little markings on them, so I'm trying to get one that does not have a lot of markings on it.
At the end of the road, too far away from my personal point of view.
This one's pretty darn close.
All we have would, from my point of view, drawing people.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
And for a game store. Because even if that's California sons is kind of.
Oh, I'm talking about this guy. By Bank of America.
All right, okay.
That's the guy that I know very well, who talked to the owner and said that he was thinking about closing. He was thinking about closing over Christmas, but Christmas sales helped carry it. And then he says he was gonna check it out at the end of '21 to see if he wanted to stay open any longer. That it wasn't, he wasn't getting paid, just had to keep the door open to keep paying bills.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put. He's gonna have eyebrows on him later, so you won't see the top of the beads or anything. So there. Now I'll have one eye that's scratched out and one eye that is not.
People walking by. But why not ask people talk surprisingly openly about things where you would think they should have kept their mouths shut.
Yeah.
That was always at least my experience when I was still a product manager and talking to the competition and asked them and they started opening up and talking. And that's all.
All right.
Open up, but I would hire you to work for me.
Yeah.
And he's the one who has got that 800 Facebook followers, right?
Yes.
So that certainly means he's not good on marketing or didn't pay attention to marketing.
Yeah. Well, see, I don't know that he tries to reach metrics either, right? Like, if he even knows that. And what he's doing or not doing, I don't know those things. Well, I know he's not marketing, that's clear for his Facebook page, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good newsletter. At least once, ideally, once per month, maybe even a weekly newsletter might make sense if you have.
Here's what his eyes look like, by the way.
Oh, yeah, this clientele would want it, especially if it included a sale, it'd be all over.
But that means we need to have somebody working on that, but you can't write that.
Okay.
Between 1 and 2 in the morning, and you can't anyway.
No, I could do it.
So I was gonna shape out the feet, and you guys watching, if you think he should have any amount of plated silver feet, let me know, because we're making a battle dragon. So give me some input.
Hello.
We're making this together. For the record, other than a general idea of what I'm looking for, I don't have any kind of preconception of what my dragons are going to look like when I start. I kind of get a color, I kind of get an idea, and then as I'm going, it develops and changes. It's just how I like to do it. Spur of the moment kind of thing. Like, oh, you know what? That looks really cool. Or, ooh, that would be a really cool idea. Let's change it. And it could end up being something totally different. So I think that's fun. If you guys don't think it should have a metal arm or any metal arms, then we can just cover it with armor, and it can look battly that way. That's the official term, battly.
Then people said you just get an idea, because if you're saying your audience is going to be local,
Okay.
that means how many of the people living in that, let's say, 10-mile radius are potential gamers, right?
So when I do the feet, I make 4 balls of the same size. That way I know all the feet are the same size.
How many of those are buying most likely on Amazon and walk into your store because they
And yeah, I mean, I cut a little chunk off on the back, but generally they're the same size.
ones who are really pushing it, let's say. And so
So I'm just
from big to
getting the size down.
By the way, I have that kind of data through real estate stuff.
There.
I mean, I don't really for our purposes, but for your purposes, if your primary concern is can I hit the top line out of local? If you're writing on the case,
Again, we are making a battle dragon.
internet sales, then you need to
Feel free to chat,
look into
talk amongst yourselves,
say, okay, 10-mile radius,
throw up any kind of input. I like making dragons with my viewers.
there should be statistics. How many
So, alright. So we have one eye that's been scratched out. We'll work that out later. One good red eye. These are going to be his feet. So let's just start footing it. Tapering one end down, leaving one end still rolly. Gonna do that with all 4 of them. So I like them to have nice big puffy paws. And don't worry if it's too big. You can always make it smaller, but you cannot go the other way. So I tend to go on the bigger side, and then I roll it down farther if I need to. Okay. So I am checking to see if they are all roughly the same size. I'm tapping down the top corners of each of the paws because that's going to be the the upper knuckle. And then I need to check and see if the paw actually is the right size. So I'm gonna add it to the back of the foot, and yep, it is the right size. Not the right length, the right size. There's a difference. There's a difference. Welcome, viewers. We are making a battle dragon. Making it with you guys. So please feel free to talk, input, throw out suggestions. I want this guy to be mean. I want him to be tough. I want him to have armor on him. Yeah. So we're making a cool dragon. I want to make it together with you guys. So please don't be shy. Start chatting. Let me know what you think. So I'm gonna cut. Actually, I'm gonna leave these 2 for the front. Pause.
Looking into statistics, how many people are playing games, then you can run it down in terms of out of your local population. And then you could, in theory, if you feel that that is insufficient,
And we'll probably cover them in armor in a little bit. I'm gonna cut the back off this one, and I'm gonna cut the underside off of this one. And my dogs are being crazy right now, so that's what you're hearing. All right. So for toes, dogs. Oh my goodness, you guys are crazy. You take your X-Acto knife and you cut, if you can see it, 1 little slice and 2 little slice into the toe, and then bring it down and give it a little pat just in case you might have mangled it or something. Do it again. 1 little slice, 2 little slice, and see, that gives a little paw. And don't worry if you mangle your paws, you can always slice it again, or if you have a tool with a little flat tool, you can poke it in there, and that kind of helps separate it some more, and it makes it so it's kind of less sticky, so it won't want to stick together as much.
Going on here kind of arriving and now being totally distracted with our
Do that again with this one.
So let's call it 2.
yeah,
On the north.
yeah. And then let's say you have to
Okay.
use out the people that
So those are the 2 back paws.
you have a red finger in the air.
And
You have to
let's
tell
quickly make
people in your
1
ordinary
and
buying
2.
distance to the store, and they buy 2 games a year.
So it's 4,000
1
a year.
and 2.
4,000 games a year, multiplied by
$60 a game.
Alright, so now that we have the paws, these are going to be the back ones. These are going to be the front. So for the front paws, I'm going to turn it on its side and kind of give it a push. And what I'm doing is I'm giving it a flat edge on the bottom where it's being pushed against, so that it can go against his skin here, because it's going to be his left arm. Gonna curve up,
360. So 240.
so he'll have a little elbow.
Oh yes, I can. 20. Leave me out of this equation, will ya? Okay. So you're
So
talking
yeah,
about a month
so that'll be like, you know,
on that model.
the little arm for that side, and then do the exact opposite on this side. Push that side down,
No, but I mean like finding the data,
and then
right, to support
curve it up.
debunk it. No, it's not even close to 2,000 more than they're saying.
maybe it's worthwhile double checking on that.
And don't forget to have your piece on a card, because at this point you want to spin it around to look at all the angles quickly. And you can't really do that if it's stuck to the table. Alright, so see, that's the gist of the front arms. They're not going to stay there. This is just the process that I go through. I kind of stick things where I want them. I get the idea of how I want it, and then I'm going to put on his tummy. Then I'm going to put those all back on. But how do we want his arms, guys?
Oh, absolutely.
Do I get any input? Do we want his arms like together? Kind of cute and innocent looking.
If they were
Do we want one arm over the other? Kind of like you know, the arm resting over the other one. Obviously, I'd make it look better than that, but that's the idea. We want. Do we want one arm in and one arm out?
some of the stuff people are playing in there all the time is super expensive stuff. But
Like, there's lots of ideas here, so just kind of trying to throw a few out. Hey, Caliber. I am making a battle dragon. He's gonna have armor, and he's gonna look pretty fierce, and he's gonna have a scar over this eye, and maybe some claw marks down his haunch or down his tail.
right.
And I'm trying to figure out what a good pose for the arms would be.
Shutting up and not giving out any details, but then yeah, you save time by driving up there. Wasted time by driving up
Could even just have them spread out.
benefit of whatever
That works
the
too.
answers, might be about.
Or one in, one out.
But I wouldn't play around with that kind of people in the area assume number of gamers, assume number of angles spending.
Okay.
Sure you find average numbers of spending there.
So I'm gonna just set these aside for now, while I put down his tummy.
These kind of data. No, maybe partially from that here, and then there must be a trend saying how much are the retailers losing
I'm thinking
and vice versa,
a silver tummy ought to work.
things like that.
So this.
Kind of go with the battle plated theme. So
annual meeting every year.
don't need
Last time it
too
was
much.
Stadium in Reno.
Maybe this much.
And they have that kind of data. Are sales up, are they down, are they whatever?
Find out what's going on there. So that is some true market analysis. Again, to play super devil's
Okay.
advocate,
Let's get some of that out of here.
trends, retail, brick and mortar versus online, just to see
So we have our roller.
kind of running online, or is there room for these places?
I'm going to roll this flat. Not 100% flat, just flat or a nice flat edge on it.
You did look at your competitors that was further with
Um,
you as well. I would think what is our unique
make sure the shape is how I want it.
elsewhere?
And then I check the length. So I'm going to pick them up and I'm going to lay it on.
Broaden your reach with whatever. And one possibility might be 2 events, or
And if
extraordinarily good
the length
combinations
is to my liking, and it is, because this is the gist of how it's going to look on him.
So our unique positioning, why else is competition?
Okay. So now I got to make it look cool. This is the fun part.
what's their offering?
That would be already online. Yeah, sort of.
Okay. I can leave it kind of sort of bent how it was.
Oh, right.
So I want to do plating. Make it look like plating. So I'm going to take my nice straight. Make sure you clean off your tools before you use them, because I've been using lots of different colors for things. And you don't want to transfer colors. So I'm going to make it like a V pattern. So I'm coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down. So I went down on one side, and then I'm going to make it go down this way on the other side. And then just kind of follow each side until they meet. This is kind of to show you what it's doing. And then you could say, hey, but it doesn't really look like plating. It just looks like you made a V pattern in it. And I say, hang on. We're not done. Okay. So now there's a V pattern. And I mean, it kind of looks like plating. Yeah. But if it looked like one side was under the other side, then it would look more like armor plating. So we're going to take our flat tool and I'm going to push down right where it meets. Just giving a little push to take away that hard edge on the bottom and make it look like the armor is slipped under the other armor.
When do you need to spend what amount of money? When are you seeing money coming out of that thing? How much of your money is really stuck in inventory and inventory turns and these kind of things?
Right.
Just to get an idea, because being profitable is one thing, but if you constantly need to have an inventory which is growing by the day, because the expectation is that you have the latest and greatest games all the time, and your warehouse is filling up, and every penny you earn is
And to my viewers watching right now, thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it.
Maybe a box of plastic. Right, ice and cardboard.
you could do that
I'm fairly new to Twitch, so I was testing this out to see how it did. And so far, I'm liking how it's doing. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Again, please feel free if you have any questions, shoot them out there. Don't let Caliber be the only one who's talking. I'm going to hit the edges to make them look more straight than they are. Alright, so what do you guys think? Does it look like armor plating laying on top of each other? That's the hope. I hope it looks like I wanted it to look. So now I'm going to stick it back on. You know what? As I stuck that on, I noticed the side didn't look like plating. So let me just make the indent here for the side to continue the look that we were going for. I'm just following the little groove that I made. Just following it around. I'll be putting my stamp on soon. I have a little KiwiKoi stamp that all my creations get. That way you know it's an actual KiwiKoi creation. Not to be confused with non-KiwiKoi creations. It happens. No, it doesn't. Hey! Hey, Magikarp! Hey, that's okay. I don't mind that you're a lurker. That's a-okay. I appreciate the watching, and thanks for staying high. I'm just used to I'm used to YouTube where people are like chatting up a storm, and we hash out dragon ideas as I'm working. Like, I make it while talking to people and getting their input. So that's a little something about me. That's what I do with my dragons. Is I've got a color and a basic idea, but then we hash out ideas as I'm working. I think that's a really fun thing to do. Do both what at once? Sorry, I was distracted. Are you saying do YouTube and Twitch at once? Okay. I'm gonna make sure there's no silver on. Or I don't want it. I didn't know I could do that. Because my phone is what I'm using to stream this right now. And it's logged into Twitch to stream it. Would I need like to not use my phone? Because I also would need the phone to stream YouTube as well. Yeah. Eventually though, like the whole point of doing this is to eventually get a better setup, so that I can get a really cool angles, you know, the face cam and all that good stuff. So yeah, eventually I hope so. Alright, so look, he's got his chest. And if for any reason, if it ever gets like, you know, disfigured from how you had it, you just go back with your little flat tool and hit those edges and make it look all nice and crisp again. Alright, so now we can add his feet. Back feet. Alright, so if his foot is all curved up underneath here, then his back foot's going to come out right here. There's a little tiny thing. Gotta get that. Oh, I'm going to put in my stamp too. My little KiwiKoi stamp. So now he's got a little koi fish on him. And then make sure you blend in wherever the blender went. Here it is. Blend in the feet, because the more points of contact you have, the better. Okay. So there is a one foot. And then here's the other one. So I'm just
all that and train for a half marathon.
Oh yeah. But still, your two sails an hour,
just gotta get it in the right position so it looks like he's
and then that's
like he's laying
my 2 cents.
naturally.
That's it.
Cost a little more than 2 cents, but I appreciate it. Sure.
And then blend that in so it stays. You don't want it going anywhere,
Right, so right now,
or you don't want it popping off if somebody picks it up after it's cooked, because that's
go into discovery mode. Because it's to the point where, okay, yeah, this is something we'd like to do, so now let's figure out if it makes sense. But just because we'd like to do it, doesn't mean it makes sense.
I mean, at the end, what you could do is looking into your
okay. So now
P&L and look at the overall number and look at what is
if anything happens to your feet, just fix the lines with your straight tool, push them back in, get them straight.
I do want to spend my time on that rather than spending it on growing your real estate business.
Okay. So now his back legs, and he's resting and he's chilling.
Whatever
I hope the look is there.
Right.
And so the question is,
And now we can put in his front paws.
what's a better deal from a pure financial point of view?
Have we figured out where we want the paws yet? How we want him chilling
What pays you
with his front feet?
I don't know, the next vacation easier or whatever your personal plans are on that. Or could it look like you help building it up and then moving out and Terry's taking it over and running it and you're more in the background on a consulting role on that when it comes to I don't know, numbers or whatever.
Right.
And playing around with that to get
We can make it look like he's
more
kind of getting ready to do something
you on it rather than an emotional
with his paw out like that.
and yes, you make it profitable. But the question is, or let's say $1,500 a month.
He's kind of like, what?
Profit, is it worth the pain?
What's going on here?
And you've thrown in a lot of money, and if you relate that to owning houses.
I gotta check these paws real quick. For some reason, this one seems just a hair too small. So I am quickly
Right.
Yes, quickly. It'll be quick. Gonna re-roll it and remake it because I don't want one small paw. Because it'll look weird. Get any silver that might be from that other thing off of here.
Yeah, when is that?
When do you have earned back after taxes the 50 grand?
Right.
Because you already paid taxes on the money you invested if you're not borrowing at first. If you borrow at first thing, that's, or you could calculate it in two ways. Your own money and the total
All right.
borrow plus your own money.
Right.
So then we just cut the two little toes back in.
When is that thing really making sense? Or scalability. Let's say you get an important property because you're moving more market on your real estate into conquering Granite Bay and Los Lagos, and making a shitload of money there.
And then we're gonna
Will you still enjoy the
get the side
maybe small money
part of the arm back.
versus that? Because once you're in, yeah, you can sell it if you find somebody, but if you're too early into that, it's most likely going to be hard to sell, I guess.
Right.
And so just a kind of a couple of mind games where you take emotions away, just looking at really numbers that you can kind of challenge yourself again, because you
I
didn't.
kind of like that look.
But at the end of the day, it's
Or he could,
wasting your
let's see,
vacation in
he could have like,
wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
And brick and mortar is taking the flexibility away.
Well, that's the one thing that's TPE.
And so put in a couple of things around it, really to have all kind of different viewpoints on it.
Yeah.
let's see if I can make the paw look like it's
Okay. I like that. That's a good thought.
I come across more ideas, I just throw them at you.
Yeah, do that.
All right.
To further complicate it, right?
Yeah, sure. But right now, I guess it's bye.
bye.
But right now, I guess it's kind of makes it complicated first.
Could have the paw coming up like it's doing something.
Yeah, once the text are recognized.
What do you guys think of the paw up like that? Like he's getting ready to defend himself or something. That's funny, Magikarp. Yeah, that was our buddy. Do you think that would look cool? I'm trying to spin him around so you can see it. Or I can just put it back down. I can just put it back down. And it'd just be...
What, Sebastian? What? He who wags his tail.
Might be fierce looking with the details. Like once I add it, okay. So I'll go ahead and add it and then we'll play with the details. Might fix it back up again. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to take my crochet needle. And I'm going to roll up on the arms so that they get the shape needed to blend in.
Did it. I suppose you could call that. All right, dude.
Okay. And once we have that, I will take my silicone tool. And I'm blending the arms in so that they look like they are attached to his body and not just stuck there oddly.
Okay, and then did you remove all the other collaborators? Yeah. Okay, because I don't want them calling them. Remember Bill's last name?
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like one shoulder pad on one of his arms, maybe on the arm that I'm working on right now, and then probably like maybe plates going down the back with spikes on them. The question is, what are his wings gonna look like? I'm not making like up wings. I'm making tucked in, maybe even like holy wings, like his wings have, they're tattered and shredded kind of deal. This is my thought, by the way, for his leg. Like, well, where do I want to... What tool do I want to use to mangle my dragon? How about this one? So, I'm scratching. I'm scratching in a 3 pattern. There. So now that I have this big scratch pattern in him, I'm going to make it deeper, and then I can fill it with red. Make it look like all painful and open. He's also going to have a scratch down his face, but I got to wait until I add his eyebrows for that. There, see? A nice big scratch. I can use this also to open up that wound. Okay. There's other tools we can use to get in there. I have this nice wooden tool. The thickness works well for this this shape that I'm trying to dig out of him. Alright. Again, work out fingerprints or stabs or anything that goes wrong with your creation as it happens. That way you don't forget about it, because that would totally suck. Alright. I'm gonna double check that this arm is on here properly. Nice and strong. And then this arm too. Although I'm covering it with a plate, so I really don't. And I'm thinking like brown straps all over him, you know? It's gonna be cool. Okay. So what next? What are we doing next? Let's work out his wings, and we don't have to put them on now. They would go on last, but we got to see how big they're gonna be and how much in the way they're gonna be. So yeah, let's just start with this. Oh, here's the legs. If you want to take a peek at what we got so far.
Help guide him through that part of the process to turn him into a. What you just said to me? He wasn't sure he was going to sell. Is that what you said? Oh. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
And I'm not making like the world's biggest wings.
I thought you said something like he didn't want to use sell right away.
Most of my dragons have cute little wings. I did though just finish this, but this is extreme detail, and I'm not doing extreme detail dragon right now. It's my toothless. I'm making an adorable battle dragon. Adorable battle dragon. Yes, that's my toothless. See, this dragon will take like 3 hours to finish. That dragon took 20. See, there's a difference. In total difference in how they're made. This guy's made with this little armature. That one was made with wire and foil and tape and different. Different process. It was fun though, learning experience. I've never done a dragon like that before.
Okay. Well, awesome.
To that extent. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm kind of shaping out
Well, my thing with Wolfie going is
how I want the wings. See, I'm making it so that one end will attach here, and one end will curve forward and then come back.
Okay.
Like that.
Why wouldn't he take you seriously if Wolfie's there?
But I also got to make sure it's long enough. All that good stuff.
Well, it wouldn't be any different than like when I went to meet with Jose.
And I got to make sure that they're the same, because symmetry matters. If you make anything on a dragon that has two of it, you make them at the same time, and then you check the size.
I think you're putting that on you more than not, but I mean, you don't have to. My thing is that if he comes up with a question you're not ready to answer, how do you plan on dealing with that?
Okay. So, so these are now the same size. So both wings will look symmetrical, which is good, especially if you have OCD. Alright, so I'm pushing one end in because that's where it's going to be attached to him. And this is like the wing bend, and then the wing's going to come back here, right? So I'll stick one side on there, and then this side will be on this side. And you know, the way he's laying, he's relaxing. The wings, they're going to be laying differently, so it's totally fine. One's going to be down, one's going to kind of be kind of poked up a bit. It's all good. Just getting a gist for the shape right now. See, one's going to be laying down this way, and then one will be kind of poking up because it's resting on the haunch, see? So that'll give some dynamic to it, so it's not like cookie cutter dragon. He's got some flow to him, which is always fun. And yeah. So now that we know that this is how the wings are gonna go, we set them aside because we'll come back to them later. And we work out any plates or anything that we want to put on him, his horns, his the armor, stuff like that. So is he gonna have spikes, and then the plates are gonna be between the spikes? You know? Is he gonna have like brackets, like circular silver brackets, like encased in the tail? The spikes sound cool. Awesome. Thank you for the input. All right. Yeah, I'm thinking like he's gonna have horns coming off, and he's gonna have maybe metal brackets around the horns. We could even add in some some jump rings, if I could find where they are. If I can get someone to go get them for me, maybe. I'm upstairs, by the way, with a broken foot, so I rely on my child to go get me stuff from downstairs. Or I could even use just silver for it too. Let's work out his horns and spikes. Are the spikes gonna be black? Is he gonna have black spikes coming up? And then have the colored plates be what set him off? If so, then I can just lay in the black spikes now. I'll go ahead and cut them up, and we'll see how it goes from there. Everything starts as a ball. I don't know if you've noticed that yet, but every single thing you make for a dragon starts out as a ball. That's why I'm always making little balls. Little balls for everything. Okay. We have different size balls for spikes. We may not use the ball. We may need to use more. You never know. That's what's fun about this. It's like the dragon just like makes himself as we go, you know? It's like, oh yes, that looks great. Alright. So I'm gonna roll them out. And we'll go from there. Spikes are easy. You just roll one end down to as sharp of a point as you wish, and roll it back that way to get it all nice and smooth. Let me double check really quick. Oh, gotta re-log in my character. Oh, by the way, here, I'll just show you guys. Ready? You ready to go for a ride? Going for a ride. So there's my kind of inspiration for this dragon. The armor, you know, for like the armor on the shoulder, armor on the, you know, on the arms. Even maybe if I can show you the. Let me see. he's got the thing on the back of his neck. It's like an open jaw almost, where the back has spikes on it. See, the back has spikes and the front has a jaw. But just I like the one shoulder look. Anywho, so yeah, that has my inspiration, and now we're back. Actually, I just started streaming WoW today. Like, just today I just, like, was leveling up a new allied race, the Nightborn. So I was like, I don't know what people want to watch. So I was just like, okay, I'm in Barrens and I'm questing. So yeah, just started that. Now you know. Okay, so yeah, I have a lot of fun trying to bring WoW characters into dragons. I've done a couple Illidan dragons. That one was really fun to do. So, all right. So there's two types of spikes I can do. Obviously I would cut it so it would be flat, but yeah, maybe I'll have somebody here once I can get someone's attention, bring up my Illidan dragon so you can see it. Magikarp. So they could be round like this, and then, you know, we'd put them on in various places. You know, it wouldn't be round on it. It would be flat, and it would be flat against the body. I'm just doing this just to show. Or
I'm having it.
thank you, Griff. Or I can flatten. I guess I could do it with this one, just so you can see it. If I flatten the spike, and then flatten the other side, now we have a spike it's kind of like a shark fin. How it's flat on two sides and then kind of gives a little curve. So, and obviously I would cut a straight line in that as well. And then it would look like that on him. So what do you think? Should we put the round spikes on him, or the flat shark fin style fins, spikes?
Bree's
Jeff?
busy.
Just tell her. Okay, so the child brought up the Illidan dragon. I don't know if you're prepared for this. He's got his little runes on him, and he's got his little spikes on him, and he's got his little horns, and he's got his little green eyes, and his hair, and his top knot, and his little elf ears. Like, all the things I could think that make Illidan. Has he got little back hoofs? He's got his little wraps on him. So yeah, that was my fun little project. I was actually thinking of making like Vol'jin, or maybe even Garrosh. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling the flat spikes. So I'm gonna. But yeah, as far as the WoW streams go, the gist is to try and get my allied race leveled up. Hopefully through dungeons, although he's DPS because it's a warlock. So I was hoping to just to stream that, and I want to get that heirloom gear so I don't have any level boosting gear. So I gotta grind it out. Ah, gotcha. Is it WoW that he's trying to get you into? Or just RPGs in general? Oh, yeah, WoW, okay. Okay, so now that we have the little teardrop shapes going on, I'm gonna cut a flat bottom because freshly cut clay likes to stick to other clay. So if you want it to stick, you gotta give it a nice fresh little cut. It'll stick the other way too, it's just harder. Okay. I'm thinking with his spikes, starting small, getting bigger, and getting smaller again. What do you think? Which one's my smallest? That would be this one. And I'm gonna lay them out and we can see how they look. And if we like it, then I will try and stick them on better. What's the next size? Do this one. Oh yeah, we wanted plates between them, right? So I gotta spread them, which means I'm gonna need to make this a little smaller. Okay. I gotta remember that the line of his back is coming down this way, and then it cuts because he's laying sideways. So it goes meow like that. So I gotta do the spikes accordingly. And it makes that sound, by the way, in case you were wondering. Okay, yeah. I'm still learning the whole Twitch thing, but I'm having him show me stuff. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Have a great night at work. And again, thank you very much for watching and giving some input. That was fun. I will have him show off a picture, or have him show me. Awesome. Thanks, Magikarp. and give the some little scratch marks on the fins. Give them some texture. I'm gonna have to lift him for a second. I try my best not to lift once I get to a certain point, but there are times when it needs a lift. Then you fix any fingerprints that were now added to your clay. I can also give some little stabby just to add to the worn look here. Can even have a nice little chunk taken out. Because, you know, battle dragon, right? Right? That's right. Okay, so there's how it's looking so far. Alright. Since we're not using these, I want to save the back of his tail for spikes, for like armored spikes. I'm gonna re-roll these. Here, you guys can look at him. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out what kind of horns this dragon has. I'm going to place them in different spots, different angles, and until it speaks to me. Because sometimes you just lay it in a certain spot and it's just like, yes. Yes, yes. Okay. I'm gonna cut so that they stick. Rounding the edges a tad. Okay. So, let's see. they're not going to be straight either. This is just I want to get the see if there's an angle I like. This side for some reason is a hair smaller than the other one, so I'm going to add a touch of clay and then roll it out again real quick. Okay. I'm thinking that is gonna be his horn style. If you guys watching want to chime in, tell me what you think. If you like that. All right. gonna blend the horns in. The very last thing I'm gonna do is the rest of the details on his face, because I like to get all this stuff done and then I can just work on his face. But I need the horns there so I can see where to place everything else. If that make other sense. Okay. I almost want to chop off one of his horns for effect. Chime in, you guys. What you think about that idea? If I don't get any input, I'm just gonna do it. Now's your time to say no. Unless you want me to. It seems like you want me to. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Which one's it gonna be? Oh, okay. So, Daddy, I was thinking of chopping off one of his horns, because this is going to be a battle scarred dragon with like armor and plates. He's got these 3 scratches that are going to have red inside them. He's got one eye that's white because he's going to have a scar down his face. So I was thinking of cutting off one of his horns. Battle dragon. He's lost a horn. You know, that's the yes or no question. Oh, that's not a D. It's Batty. Batty Yo-Yo. Bad Yo-Yo. There it is. I can read. Bad Yo-Yo. It came off. It was really like dark. Dark blue, and I didn't read it right. Sorry. Okay. This is How to Train a Dragon. I mean, this guy is meant to be cute. But I mean, he's meant to be a cute battle dragon, if that makes sense. He's my cute style. But why did I make a horn? I'm trying to make plates. Mo on it? What you mean? The plates, by the way, that I'm making for him are gonna have silver on the bottom and then a red on top. Yeah, that. Maybe not that. And then I'm probably gonna give him straps, like some brown straps. You guys are welcome to offer up any suggestions or ideas on this battle dragon. Or let me know if I'm doing something that looks stupid. Seriously. Anything. Gonna be placing down the silver plates, and then they're gonna have the red design on top of it, and then he's gonna have one shoulder pad with some spikes on it. I'll show you again what I'm going for, kind of like a general idea, not 100% exactly like it. Okay, here we go, going for a ride. Battle armor. Alright, and we're back. around the corners of this. Okay. All right. Scoop up the scraps. I can use the scraps for this last little piece. Yeah. Okay. Got the last little piece down. Okay. For his shoulder, I'm thinking some layers. Like 2 smaller ones and 1 bigger one, and then we'll throw some spikes on that after the red. Just kind of making rectangles right now. Okay. Okay. Never really made armor before, so let's just see how it goes. It's either gonna look okay, or it's gonna look completely stupid. We shall see. I think this one needs to be bigger. The last one needs to be bigger than the other two. But let's just see how it's looking on the shoulder. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be a-okay. Okay. Where's my silver? Here's my silver. Let's just get another chunk of silver worked up real quick. I could also put a skull underneath his hand. That would work as well. Okay. So this ought to do it. So here's the little plated armor. And here's how it would look. Let's see. What do you guys think? And I was thinking I can add a couple red accents to it and then have some spikes coming out. Maybe one right here and then two on the side. I'll take it off until I'm ready. Actually, I could probably do red right now. Yeah. This red is gonna destroy my hands. Okay. Let's roll it out. Maybe the top part. Actually, I want to make a design. There. And that should leave enough room for the 2 spikes. Um, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dropped it. This is what it's looking like so far, if you guys can see the red that I'm adding to the armor. I think these need to be a little thicker on these ones. Actually, maybe this one too. Just a hair. Yeah, that looks better. Alright. Alright. um, Gotta clean the red off my hands. Oh, you know what? No. I can put the red in a scratch now. I'm just pushing in the red to make it look like it's a nasty, jaggedy scar. There. I have brown somewhere. Throw it there. These are going to be the straps for his shoulder guard. Okay. So, let's say the shoulder guard would start there. Come across there. And go underneath here. And connect back to here. With perhaps the strap still showing. Let's see. Let's give it. Let's see. Pinch this down. Give it some dots in case it's seen. And then this. I was actually thinking of bringing another strap across, like it's got a little extra connecting strap. So hang on, more brown. I could also use brown to connect all the different plates as well. I might as well just roll it out. Okay. We have a nice long strap that we can use for lots of things. Let's start with connecting under here. Come on, cooperate with me. Okay. Gonna go ahead and give it a dot to show that it's connecting. See if I can. There, see, he's got a little strap going across his chest now. And then now this. Will look a little better. Okay. His wings are gonna lay something like that. If you guys can see it. I'm probably gonna put some ripped up membranes in there. But that's still later to come. Let's get these little straps on. I hope they look good. They look good in my head. If I can get it to stay there. I wonder if I should have, because if you can see it, I put one strap right there. So I was thinking of either putting one here or just making like a connecting strap, kind of just weaving throughout the armor. If you guys have any thoughts on that, let me know. Well, I'm gonna see how it looks with two then. I'm hoping there's enough here to continue these straps.